Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Xena, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Xena's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give while we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. And the correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Xena's been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we will be sure to show you how to properly put that collar on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Xena is seated very nicely on Fred's left-hand side, which is where all of our obedience training takes place. The first command that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Xena take off doing that now, and the command that you're going to give is Xena heel, and you're going to simply start walking, and Xena should fall in line heeling appropriately on your left-hand side. She should be keeping pace with you, whether you're walking at a faster pace or a slower pace. She should not be lagging behind or lunging ahead on that leash. If she is to do so, tell her no, followed by a tug and release on that training collar, and repeat the command to heel. Also incorporated into our heeling exercise is an automatic sit, which you just saw occur. So anytime that you're out walking with Xena and you stop, she should automatically sit right there at your left heel position. Again, if she does not follow through with the automatic sit, tell her no, followed by a tug and release towards the rear on the correction collar, and give the command to sit. Now the next command they're going to demonstrate is the stay command, and it's a hand and voice command. Use the open flat of your left palm in front of her muzzle and the one-word command to stay and walk out to the end of your training leash. Xena should remain seated in this position and should not break. This is a command that you're going to want to practice frequently to help build up her ability to sit and stay for longer periods of time. She dropped into a down. Fred did not give the down command, so he's going to heel her out of that, back into a sit stay, and start over again. This is why we recommend practicing this command frequently to help her to build up her ability to sit and stay for longer periods of time. When you start practicing at home, start at about 30 seconds and increase your intervals over time, working up to a total of 3 minutes for your long sit stay. You don't want to move up to a higher increment until she's completing sitting, staying for that increment that you're working on currently. When Fred returned back, you saw he walked all the way around behind in a counterclockwise motion, returning back so that Xena was once again on his left-hand side. And now they're demonstrating their heel sit and stay for you again. Open flat of your left palm in front of her muzzle, and the command to stay. And Fred's going to demonstrate that again right here. Stay. Out to the end of the leash. He's going to give her a moment to hold that, and then they're going to demonstrate the recall or the come on command. For this command, use Xena's name to call her in a friendly tone. She should get up, come in, and sit directly in front of you. Good girl. And heels around the back of you, returning to your left-hand side, sitting nicely. Back in heel position. Good job. Again, if she drops into a down, the easiest way to get her back into a sit is tell her to heel, take 1 or 2 steps, and leave her back in a sit. And so Fred left her in that sit stay again, letting her hold it, and then he's going to demonstrate that come command again. Gather your leash in your hands as she comes in. Good girl. Sits nicely. Around the back. Good girl. So again, if she breaks any of the commands or does not complete them appropriately, just start over. You got to make sure that she finishes it appropriately from beginning to end. Now the next command that they're going to demonstrate is the first of our down commands, and it's down from a heel position. Again, use the open flat of your left palm, but this time straight down towards the ground, and the one-word command to down. Then give the stay command again and out to the end of your leash. And with the long down stay, she should remain laying down in this position and should not break. When practicing this at home, again, start at around 30 seconds to have her hold her down stay. And you'll work up your intervals when she's completing those all the time for you, for a total of 3 to 5 minutes for your long down stay. Back around, counterclockwise, returning back to heel position so that she's directly on your left hand side once again. And gives her a pet. This is very important to make sure that you keep Xena motivated, working her through her commands to make it fun for her. Make it a positive experience by using positive reinforcement, either verbal praise, telling her she's a good girl, or physical praise by giving her a little pet on the head. And they went ahead and demonstrated that down command for you again, open flat. Your left palm straight down towards the ground and the command to down. And now they'll demonstrate the recall of the come command from the down position where she's got to get up and come on in. Sit nicely, very nicely done. And although you're going to be incorporating your commands into your everyday activities and practicing them frequently throughout the day, you also want to make sure that you're setting up about a 10 to 15 minute training session so that you can work her through her commands in a formal obedience training session such as this video here. It's great practice for the both of you and will help with the transition back into home and using her new commands. So Fred left Xena in a sit-stay and walks out to the end of the leash. This time they're going to demonstrate the second of our down commands, so down from a distance. We're going to use your right hand from the end of the leash to give the down command, and she drops into a down directly where she is sitting. Good girl. So we've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Xena has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Xena, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.